Hello everyone, welcome to the Division 2 season for F1 in Hennessey. This is race 5 of 12 for the Canadian Grand Prix. My name is That One Porch Dude, and alongside me, co-commentary, is Jackson Altman. Say hello.
Hello, what's up everyone? Canada tonight?
Should be a fun race here in Montreal. 15 drivers here tonight, so pretty packed field. What are your thoughts and predictions going into tonight's race?
Um, well, for one, I think this is a tough track to stay within the track limits, so I think we'll see a lot of warnings. I think it'll really come down to who gets the least amount of penalties, who can keep it on the track while keeping pace. But I see guys like spin and win, a really quick driver, and I think he's gonna take home the win.
Definitely, I could see him being up there as well. And like you said, track limits. I know for a number of years in the F1 games, specifically the last two corners have been a very tough corner to try and master down without getting any penalties. But I think there will be a couple of safety cars this race. You do have the wall champions that people do tend to crash into out of the last corner. Um, but another corner that I want to be keeping an eye on for drivers is the downhill right left-hander, where the infamous incident between Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton in 2019, where Vettel got that 5-second penalty for going off the track and rejoining in front of Hamilton. That could be a corner that's also challenging as well, as we got a couple of drivers on their out-laps. I believe the first one, let's see, would be the AlphaTauri of Garrison. And Garrison did very well in Australia. And I'm not sure how Monaco went because I was not here for commentary for
He
that. But
he froze. His console froze at Monaco, and he couldn't start the race.
that's unfortunate. But anyways, here we are starting the lap. Heavy braking into turn one. You want to time that right just to be able to get the a good enough apex for turn two, out of the corner, heading into turn three. And this is another corner where drivers can really mess up their laps, but he goes through there pretty smooth. Smooth on the throttle and steering, and now DRS is wide open as there's a sector one yellow. That's a Ferrari letting the other Ferrari by. And that's another corner.
Oh,
That's another corner you're gonna have to watch out for. That's an invalidation, and that is his lap over with. But he still has quite a bit of ERS left, so I'm not sure how his fuel situation is. But he might have enough for another lap. Let's see who else is on a timed lap. Big Jim in the Ferrari. Going through sector 2 right now.
solid corner there. Just not going through the fastest, but kept it within the limits, and he's gonna have an opportunity to finish his lap, unlike the
Well, still
AlphaTauri
got
we just
the
saw.
last little chicane to go through, so don't want to speak too soon. But if he is able to go through there with no issue, he will set the first time.
Or
Oh,
actually,
excuse me. A light core in the Mercedes will set the benchmark time to beat with a 110.6, and now come to the line, Big Jim. It's not that close. It's not close to a light core, but it is a time to set down with a 112.2. HMS fan has invalidated his lap. Garrison is on another lap, I think. Not sure though.
yes, but he does not really have enough ERS to. It's gonna be losing a bunch of time right here because his ERS is under 10, and it's at 0.
and he goes through there pretty well. So this actually won't be that bad of a lap considering he doesn't have that much ERS. It's a 111.3, so it's about 7 tenths off. So it's safe to say that he could be up there with around that 110.6 area with the ERS that he would have if he were to go on a fresh lap. Freedom Flyer, who has invalidated his lap, is coming to the line. Ball stick also invalidated, so a lot of invalidations here. So I'm honestly expect a lot of time penalties in this race.
Yeah, Freedom spins it around. Just got too greedy onto the curb. And he's gonna have to pit.
As one of the other drivers goes by, I think that was the Aston Martin. But a lot of people having issues in qualifying, so this is kind of a surprise to see, not gonna lie. But what, ignoring qualifying, what kind of strategies do you see going into the race?
For the race, I think, well, like you said, pre-race, there's gonna be safety cars, so with this game, you want to pit at every safety car, but um, strategy, I think we'll see a mix of 1 and 2 stops. I think the 2 stop, it's a short pit lane here, so the 2 stop has an opportunity to work.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see that. Maybe even, if someone's brave enough, they'll do a 3 stop. I'm not sure because the tire degradation here at Canada is pretty high. As we see an Aston Martin go straight out into the corner, that is HMS fan, who set his lap time with a 111.9. So only 4 drivers with a time right now. Mike G coming to the line to start his lap. Let's see, who else? There we go. Nope, never mind. TTV Go Boom has invalidated his lap. Same with Mayhem. Um, Ballstick has invalidated again. So only 4 drivers with um, an actual lap time. But I think Mike G is the only one who is actually on a timed lap that hasn't invalidated yet, so we'll go on board with him. And he has, according to this game, he may have set the fastest Sector 1. He's going through Sector 2 right now. A little slow through here, but still good nonetheless.
Yeah, and I think right there that was a little glitch with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
Oh,
pole
what's this
sitter,
about? What's this
or the
about?
the personal provisional pole penalty for blocking. Wow, that's gonna
Wow,
shake up the
alright.
grid.
That's interesting. Not sure what happened there. There's, I believe it's an AlphaTauri in the back. Um, wow, alright. That changes everything. So as of now, Garrison is on provisional pole because of that. As Mike G sets a 112.7. Okay, I've never seen that before in qualifying, where someone gets an illegal blocking penalty.
Yeah.
Um, interesting.
Yeah, it usually happens when the car is behind you and you're just going really slow. You're not even like he might not have even been like in the guy's way. They might have both been on out laps, but if you're going slow and there's a car behind you, occasionally it will give you a 5 place grid penalty for blocking.
Unfortunate for Light, but in other news, Spin and Win
Spin and
has
win.
come to the line in the Alfa Romeo. Oh,
Oh,
that's an invalidation. Got a little too greedy with that left-hander coming to the line, unfortunately. That'll be the end of that lap. That won't count. TTV Go
see.
Boom on another lap. Let's see, Logan Ames on a lap. Small NASCAR's just come out of the pit lane. Freedom's on a out lap. A lot of things happening here in qualifying. A couple of people are starting to set more lap times down. Mayhem with a 13 flat, Furch with a 121.1, so he must have had a spin somewhere. Logan Aim coming to the line now will be about a 1:12.8. Sixth place for the Aston Martin. Captain
Next
Dead
coming to the
Dad
line
is on another lap as well.
First enters the pits.
TTV Go Boom has invalidated once again. So, not much time left here in qualifying, as it's about halfway through, 8 minutes left, just about. Freedom is on time lap right now in the Mercedes. Let's see if he can go through here clean without invalidating again. Goes through there pretty solid. Got to time this apex entry right, because it is, this corner specifically is quite challenging, because you know you want to be heavy on the brakes, but at the same time you want to be able to like you know, enter the car at a decent apex entry, because it is an elevated curb. But Freedom looking so far so good right now, hasn't invalidated yet. Movements on his lap. Small NASCAR is on a time lap as well on the McLaren. Spinning with the fastest sector 1 as of now. So a lot of people here setting lap times as Freedom goes to the last corner. And this will be about a 1:12. And that places him 5th place right now in the Mercedes.
Yeah, just a solid lap there. I think we have a McLaren coming to the line. It's small NASCAR. See what he can do. Oh, he invalidated it.
That's invalidation, but here is the Alfa Romeo spin win. Fastest sector 1 and 2. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but his lap time's looking pretty good right now, heading into the last few corners. And this might be pole. And it will, a 1:10.2. That's the time to beat now in the Alfa Romeo, as he goes off in turn 1. But the Alfa Romeo on pole right now by over 4/10. Someone's gone off. It's Logan Aim, the Aston Martin. Not sure what happened there.
I think he's just getting out of people's way.
Very well so. Ball stick on his lap. The only people who have not set a lap time are TTV Go Boom, who is on an out lap, Small NASCAR, who invalidated his lap, and Ballstick in the Ferrari, who is I'm not sure. No, he is on a timed lap. Okay, going through sector 3 right now into the hairpin. McLaren of movement just behind him. Paul stick very slow through those last few corners, but I think he just wanted to set a lap time just to see what he can do as far as, you know, improving. But that is a 1:13.9. That's P12 as of now. TTV Go Boom is on a lap right now. Small NASCAR back in the pit lane. Just under 5 minutes left. Do you think we'd see any surprises in qualifying here in these last few minutes?
I think we could see a light core jump up to first place, but obviously with the 5th-place grade penalty, it won't matter. But I don't see anything too big happening. I don't feel like the people that are expected to be the fastest are up front right now.
TTV Go Boom on board with him as he goes through the last chicane. Goes through there pretty decently. It's not going to be pole lap, but it will be a lap time regardless. That is P5 as of now. It is a 1:12.1. And the only driver who has not set a lap time yet is Small NASCAR fan in the McLaren. Furch is on another lap, and he is improving, of course, as he goes very wide off that corner, almost into the wall. That's something you don't want to do here at Canada because getting wing damage here can really affect everything. And I think he actually did hit the wall. I think a end plate is missing. Yeah, the right end plate's missing. So he hit the wall somewhere.
Yeah,
Just don't know
that's
where.
after the chicane in the first sector. I assume that's the only right-handed wall that I can really think, unless it was coming to green at the Wall of Champions.
It had to have been, I think, turn 4, the downhill right
Yeah,
left where he slapped the wall off the exits. But this is obviously going to be a much better lap than a 121.1. But I believe that'll be the end of his qualifying because I'm not sure if he's going to get back in time for another lap.
no,
Um,
definitely not. He could,
it's
but
very
yeah,
close,
I don't see
but
it happening.
I don't see it happening either. So that'll most likely be, oh, Captain Dad goes very deep into the hairpin, almost runs on the wall. So both Alpines not having the best qualifying they thought they would be having. Um, Garrison and the Mercedes going very slowly. Mercedes did improve, I believe. He did with the 110.5, so just under 3 tenths behind the Alfa Romeo of Smithman. Meanwhile, Garrison in the AlphaTauri is not gonna be improving this lap, but I'm not sure if he's saving his ERS for this second lap, and he
No,
is
he's just
going to
gonna
the
bring
pit
it in.
lane. Let's see here. Mike G has started a lap. Let's see. Freedom is on a lap right now. Just under 2 minutes here, so if you're gonna get a lap time, you gotta start it now. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to
Small's
make it in
got it.
time.
Small's getting out on track right now. He's
Yep.
got to get a lap in. Doesn't want to be starting in
He's gonna
last
have to.
place.
He's gonna have to hurry to the line though.
He'll make it. He'll make it pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Meanwhile, Freedom on this long back straight, heading into the last little chicane right now. Goes through there pretty clean. This will be a better lap time, but not by much. No, actually. Well, he does improve, but he doesn't improve his position in qualifying.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Unless he pushes this lap and can maybe improve, I think that'll be the final time he sets.
I'm not sure if he's going to improve by a little bit because he doesn't have that much ERS. He's pretty much out of it. Mike G has backed off his lap, so he will not improve.
And here comes Spin and
And
Win.
Fortune has retired from the session. Has to be in the pit lane.
Yeah, Spin and
Um,
Win improves
with the
barely.
110.2. So Mike G is just sitting in the last chicane waiting for everyone to go by. So that's the end of his qualifying run, I believe. Not sure to watch here. I guess we can watch Small NASCAR because he is starting his lap. I think everyone else is done with their time lap. So on board with Small NASCAR, I gotta get this lap, right, left, right. Goes through there pretty clean. Will this be a fastest sector 1? No, it won't. Ooh, goes deep in that corner.
Wow.
And
Oh.
he spun it.
Yes.
Well,
How can you get that? I
that
think
will
Small's
be
the point leader, right?
I believe so. But that'll be the end of his qualifying. I'm not sure where that's going to place him. There's still a chance where he can maybe get a 113 in. Not sure. But that obviously hindered his chances at a good starting spot for sure. As everyone is in their last laps now, TTV Go Boom jumps up to P7 with a 112.1. Now, Small NASCAR going through the last chicane right now to the line. It'll be about a 114.
Yeah.
And that'll be just ahead of first, so not looking good for the McLaren driver. TTV Go Boom is on his lap, entering the last chicane now. About 3.5 tenths up, maybe. And it'll be a 111.5. That'll jump the Red Bull driver up to P4. And that is the end of qualifying, because we just have to wait for Mike G to enter the pit lane. So that is the end of qualifying. Spin and Win is on pole. Lightcore qualifies P2, but with that grid penalty, he'll drop down to P7. Garrison P3, TTV Go Boom P4, and Logan Aim P5. Is there any surprises that caught your attention in qualifying?
Yeah, I'd say small NASCAR, the points leader, only qualifying in 14th place. I think that's a big surprise to me. I would think he's got to be really disappointed with that.
Definitely, for sure. And obviously, considering, he's the points leader, I mean, you want everything to be, to go perfect, for you in qualifying because, just, starting in the back, especially as far down as small NASCAR is, it can really, hinder your, championship, performance if, he were to get involved in something that is out of his control.
Yeah, especially Division 2 at the back of the grid. There's a lot of drivers that are still working on their craft. They're not quite the quickest yet, but they're trying their best to improve. But Small, a driver that's quicker than him, he could try and make some bad passes. He's angry or something, trying to get up through the field. That could take him out. So it's just gonna have to
Definitely.
be smart. I think
Yeah,
with the
for
safety
sure.
cars we're gonna see, if he just drives smart, he'll make his way back up to the front. I think.
Definitely. I mean, he is leading the championship over Big Jim in the Ferrari by 13 points, but like you said, one accident can really change things because, behind Big Jim is Garrison with 44 points, Logan Aim with 39. So, you got three other drivers behind Small NASCAR, that are very close in contention.
Yeah. Let's see. Be an interesting start with then interesting. It'll make the race more interesting with a faster driver at the back of the grid.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt about that. But uh, honestly, I can see, as far as strategy goes, I can definitely see a lot of people going on the softs because it is a fast track around here. But as far as most strategies, I can see some starting on the medium, wanting to go long, and trying to play the long game. And the lights are out already, as I forgot there was no safety formation lap as the Aston Martin goes off. I'm not sure who that was. That was Logan
Logan
Aim.
Aim. A light, they're already up to fourth place.
And side by side in the back here.
Yeah, it's a really poor start for the Aston Martins. They both started up front and both falling down the grid.
Yeah, definitely. As let's see here. There you go. So, as far as tires, no one has started on the softs, which is actually very surprising from what I've seen. Something going on in the back here. Fortunator and Logan Aim dropping all the way down. Let's see here. I hate this camera view because it doesn't show much. There we go. Mayhem going by the Aston Martin of HMS Fan 9. Really bad start from Logan Aim. Not what he wanted to see after heading into turn 1, unfortunately. And Small NASCAR has not been able to. And there's a VSC already. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, let's see if anyone's missing a wing.
Doesn't look like it. Everyone looks good so far, so I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah.
Interesting. But regardless, the VSC is out. It's not going to matter because no one's really
That's for
DNF'd or anything.
First has no front wing.
Oh, okay. Wow, alright. Not sure how this happened. this had to have happened in Sector 1 because I did see him in Sector 3 the first lap, and he had his full front wing intact. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. It had to have, maybe it was something between Logan Aim and Furch, because they were next to each other while the first and second lap took place. But meanwhile, no one obviously pits because it's the first lap. Oh, that's not what you want.
Is that 3 drivers that got one?
I believe so. Wow, yeah. Garrison, TV Go Boom, and Freedom Flyer all with drive-through penalties. Wow, alright. That really changes everything, because now that'll put a light core back up to, oh, there's a crash. No, it's the small NASCAR, right. This is the points leader, has spun.
Wow.
I'm not sure. It may have had something to do with Logan Aim and small NASCAR, as Furch is in the pit lane repairing his front wing. But that'll be interesting because small NASCAR did get spun around. I'm not sure how though. It may have been contact with the Aston Martin.
Small recently switched to no ABS, so it could have been something where he maybe locked up the rear brakes and looped it around. But let's see.
That could be.
Assume everyone will serve their pit stops or serve their penalties this lap.
Yeah. I assume they would, because you do have to serve the drive-through under green flag conditions. And there goes Garrison.
Oh my god.
Wow. That was close.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not what you want. That's even worse for Garrison. A 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So now, because of that, that bumps Mike G up into the podium spot with Big Jim and Mayhem P4 and P5. Wow. This changes everything. And because of this, as things stand right now, Big Jim is only 1 point behind Small NASCAR for the championship lead. So if Big Jim were to finish 4th or better with the fastest lap, he would take the lead in the championship after Canada. As DRS has been enabled for about a lap and a half, as we get a big slide out of the Aston Martin from HMS Fan 9, battling with Mayhem tomorrow. Oh, there's a dive to the inside. That's a car spun around. That's movement. Tapping the rear end of the Aston Martin and spinning him around. That's not what you want to have in this race. Both the Aston Martins with the worst start possible to this race. But that will not go over well. Movement dove to the inside in the hairpin, barely tapped the Aston Martin and sent him around, unfortunately. So expect that to be a penalty later on. And to make things even worse, he has picked up a 3-second penalty after that. But meanwhile, Spinnerwin is still your leader on the hard tires. Freedom Flyer and TTV Go Boom with 3-second penalties. Wow. Alright, a lot of drama here early in this Canadian GP. Meanwhile, Ballstick and Captain Dead Dad are up to P7 and P8 after having not the best qualifying run, as we see this big train of cars behind Ballstick. So this ought to be interesting heading into the DRS straight, as the AlphaTauri's looking to the inside. Oh, he goes too deep. That's gonna really mess things up. Garrison with the error heading into the chicane, or the hairpin, I mean, and losing out on that. Here comes the Alpine down the inside, maybe. Thought about it, but he'll get another chance of DRS right here as well. As the Red Bull's going to go by both of them, up to P7, TTV Go Boom back up to P7 after serving that drive-through. Oh, Ballstick has a big slide in turn 2. The Ferrari driver not having the best quarter. as he falls down another place behind Freedom Flyer in the Mercedes, lacking a lot of rear grip on those tires. As the Aston Martin's going to have the look down the inside, he'll go by him. Meanwhile, Small NASCAR, your championship leader, is up to P12 and almost in the points once again. We got another battle here between Movement and Mayhem tomorrow. He's going to get DRS down this long straight. Not sure if it's going to matter because Mayhem is a little bit ahead.
Another battle between Freedom and Captain Dead. Freedom just got by him. I think Freedom's a little bit quicker. He's coming off the drive-through, but he gets by.
Yep. Freedom does not have any ERS whatsoever, so after that drive-through, I'm sure he tried to push as fast as possible. As Mike G has picked up a 3-second penalty. Let's see here. So you got Mayhem and Movement battling for P5.
Battle to look out for. Thing.
We'll keep an eye on this battle for now.
Oh my God!
Movement or Mayhem. Furch has retired from the session. That is in the pit lane. Never mind. I thought that was in the last corner.
Oh my God! Movement really closed in under braking.
He's gonna have a big opportunity here on this long back straight if he gets through here with no problem. And he will have DRS on the AlphaTauri of Mayhem, but look in the distance. That Red Bull is not that far back. Whoa, that's
a late block.
That was close, but regardless, no contact between the two of them. Movement will prevailed into P5, as Mayhem will have to settle for 6th place for now. I want to be honest here. A lot of people, as we see Garrison back up to P10, ahead of Captain Dead. A lot more people have chose the hard tires than I initially thought they would, especially here at Canada. Dead with a 3-second penalty as well, so a lot of drivers not being able to. Yeah, another
Movement off the track. I think
P5,
Movement made some contact with the wall.
His front wing still seems intact for now.
It looked like with the left rear he made contact. Mayhem's gonna get DRS right here.
Not sure if the ERS game. Oh, Mayhem goes deep. Got that left front in the grass just a little bit. That's gonna open the door for TTV Go Boom to go by him, and I'm not sure if Mayhem will have DRS. He will, but here comes the Red Bull down the straight. Nothing you can do with the ERS, and the Red Bull will go down to the inside. This is going to be tight. Makes it work, but then the Red Bull will go up into P6. But other than that, not really. Actually, Small NASCAR goes ahead of Captain Dead, so he's up into P11. So TTV Go Boom with another penalty. Wow, it's only lap 9, and there's a caution somewhere. That is HMS Fan 9 who has spun in turn 2. Unfortunate for him. Oh, it's Small NASCAR is retired from the session.
Wow,
he has crashed out. The championship leader is out of this race. And that's a safety car. This really affects everyone on hard tires, as HMS Fan almost loses it. But Spinawin in the pit lane to go on the soft tires, and Mike G has gotten a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Wow. Alright, a lot of drama here in Canada. Championship leader is out. And everyone is heading into the pit lane. As Mayhem will stay out. A lot of people going on different tires. most on the mediums.
Yeah, I don't really like the strategy for. I guess maybe the leaders miss the pit lane,
Mm,
but
well,
I
I
don't.
mean, I'm not sure. You got Spinowin, who's pitted for the softs. He did start the race on the hards, so he's gone on the softs. So I assume he's expecting another safety car, which is a very high possibility. Um, Elite Core has pitted for the hard tires. However, Mayhem has stayed out on the 9-lap-old hard tires. Everyone else has pitted for either mediums or hards. So if there's not another safety car, the people that have pitted for fresh hards, this could benefit them by a lot because the hard tires can make it to the end from here. But the thing is, what will the pace be like towards the end for those on the hard tires? That's the thing.
Yeah, think I think Jim right here will be the fastest car on the track. Actually, Mayhem. Mayhem pit? No, he didn't.
He did not.
Mike G goes in. He can't serve the drive-through under the safety
No,
car.
he
So
cannot.
I don't think he realizes that, and it's gonna make him. It's gonna force him to change his tires.
Yeah.
So obviously not what he wanted.
Yep, and even if you get a drive-through, for those that don't know, if you get a drive-through under safety car, you still have to serve it through, under green flag conditions. So you cannot serve it under the safety car. So he will have to serve that whenever safety car goes into the pit lane. But this ought to be interesting here because you got Spinwin on softs.
Oh, they
and
did
then,
pit. I lied. I thought they didn't pit, but they were just so far ahead that
Yeah.
it looked like they didn't pit. But yeah, Spinowin's gonna he's gonna look to pit another time.
Either that or gonna have to hope for another safety car based on his strategy because he did start on the hard tires. As safety car lights are still on, so one more lap under safety car, and we will go green as the AlphaTauri and
No, we're in
Aston
this
Martin.
time.
Oh wow, that's late from race control. Safety car is in this lap, and they're not gonna have a lot of time to get the tires warmed up for this. So
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna see a lot of weaving down the straights to get the temperature in the tires. And Spinowin will go. Still isn't gone yet. Now he is.
Green.
He has gone, and we are back under racing here in Montreal as Mike G serves his drive-thru, and I think that's okay because green flag was out whenever he went in the pit lane, so
Yeah,
he should be able to serve that with no problem. As Mayhem moves up to third, or stays in third rather, Spinowin is not really pulling away from the Mercedes as we see a lot of moving around here for P4. The Red Bull go boom goes up in a P4 as Freedom and the Ferrari have a little bit of contact.
Jim is just dropping down the order.
But something that's close. Down the inside,
my
the
God.
Alpine. Oh, the Alpine has crashed.
Has taken out Logan Aim.
That was not a smart move from the Alpine. That was not. That's not going to go over well. Logan Aim has got spun by the Alpine, unfortunately. But anyways, you got Freedom and Mayhem right here. Battling for P4 at the moment. Spinning with the fast slap with a 112.6 as Mayhem is looking to the inside. Will there be contact? There will not. Keeping it clean for now. Oh, there's a little slide from the Mercedes, but he will get ahead of Mayhem as the McLaren is under pressure from Big Jim and the Ferrari as Movement and Freedom get another penalty. So this is only helping Big Jim out a lot because he's one of the only drivers without a penalty.
Yeah. Oh, Freedom in the wall. Not sure if that gave him any
Slight
damage.
contact. I'm not sure. I don't see any damage on the Mercedes. Oh, wait. No. Now his front wing is fine, but this battle for P5 is all over the
Wow.
place right now. Mayhem has no grip on his tires. Garrison goes by. His teammate, down the inside movement. Still side by side.
Oh.
That's close. Give each other room. That's really close. No contact after that,
Oh,
but this
they're
ought to be
making
interesting.
contact.
Oh, Mayhem.
Three wide.
Someone's gonna back out. Someone's gonna back out. Oh, that's not gonna go well. They all keep it straight somehow. Wow. All right. Wow. Both the Ferraris not having the best restart at all. They're down in P9 and P10 behind this train of cars. Meanwhile, it's Spin a Win still leading this race. As we see Ballstick go up to P8. I'm not sure what happened. As Mike G is down the pit lane again.
He's got to serve his drive-through. He didn't get to serve it.
That's unfortunate for him.
That's his third attempt to serve it, so it sucks for him. But his race isn't over if there's another safety car.
Oh yeah, this race is far from over without the racing. Ballstick and the Aston Martin. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between the HMS and 9 and Ballstick. But I believe Ballstick will get DRS, he will, but here comes his teammate Big Jim thinking about it, and he will try it around the outside. That's not going to work. Probably got an illegal overtake for that move going off the track, but he will have another attempt in the next DRS zone because he is behind, right behind HMS Fan, and HMS Fan is outside of the DRS, but behind the
battle for third.
Freedom and Elite Core. Or no, PPV Go Boom, excuse me. Side by side through here.
Oh, they made contact!
The Mercedes has saved it. There goes Garrison right on through. Both of them save it somehow, but Freedom is probably not going to be happy with that.
Yeah,
the Red Bull should have backed out.
Yeah.
As we see HMS Fan with all three of these cars behind him. He's going to be a sitting duck here with the DRS, but Garrison goes up to P3 after avoiding the Mercedes and Red Bull clashing together, as another penalty has been received.
Oh, what a move from the Aston Martin on Mayhem.
That's a tight corner to try that. Here comes the Ferrari. Not done yet. Down the inside on those mediums. Gonna make a little bit of contact maybe. Keeps it clean. The Aston Martin's struggling on those higher tires. But Big Jim thinks better of it.
A lot of battle. Oh, Freedom in the wall.
Not sure if he has wing damage or not, but there goes the Red Bull by. If I can see, I hate this camera view. It's not showing a good camera view.
There's a chance where if he doesn't have if the end plate isn't gone,
he's missing his end plate. He's missing his right end plate, and he pushes the Red Bull out of the way. Not sure what that was about.
I think that's from the contact from a few laps ago, last lap maybe.
Maybe, but Freedom is missing his end plate, so he's gonna have to repair that if he wants to continue with decent amount of pace, and he stays out. Oh no, he's not. He's not missing his end plates. Okay, it's weird.
Big Jim makes a pass. Who's it going into the pits? That is
movement heading into the pit lane. Interesting. Not sure what that's about.
It's HMS Fan using the ERS.
It's not gonna matter though. But what is movement? Oh, movement is serving a penalty. And also going on to... Oh, he's changing his front wing. So he got damaged somewhere in the recent laps. So movement will pit for mediums and go to the end on that, most likely. As... let's see.
Go Boom and Freedom are
Yeah, we're gonna
still
keep an
going
eye on
at
this
it.
because this is gonna be interesting. Freedom is out of ERS. Both of
They'll
them go
go
deep in the
wide.
corner, but this ought to be interesting because the Red Bull does have will have DRS down the straight.
He uses the ERS. He's gonna be able to make a move.
Down the inside. And there's nothing that Freedom can do, and the Red Bull will have DRS once again, and that will most likely be the end of that battle. Because with that front wing damage, it's gonna definitely hurt Freedom a lot.
I don't know if he has damage.
He had to have had something because he did like you said before. Whenever he hit the wall, I did spectate him, and he was going very slow. So he must have slapped it pretty good. He may not have a missing end plate, but
Yeah, but he could have
uh,
yellow damage.
yeah, he definitely has something because he's missing apexes left and right, and he's only losing the time to the Red Bull. But other than that, there's not really any close battles right now, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Because as far as penalties go, there is a lot of penalties.
Yeah. A light core, second place with 3 seconds of penalties. So I think that spin and win pits. I think he's still gonna be able to catch back up to a light core.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because by the time spin and win pits, it'll be about maybe a little over 10 to go, and obviously, the gap will only increase as more penalties are being handed out. So, unfortunate for that. But meanwhile, let's see here. Ballstick goes up to 8th. Big Jim is into 6th, with HMS Fan closing in a little bit, but still not in the DRS. But I expect everyone on mediums to be pitting pretty soon because they're already about a little under 10 laps old on the tires for the most part, because everyone else is on hards and they can go to the end on that. And HMS Fan has got to be careful with getting more penalties because he's already up to 15 seconds in penalties. You don't want to get disqualified
Oh, yeah.
from this race because he is in a pretty decent spot for where he's at right now. He's in P7 as Garrison is, I don't know, it's Lightcore heading into the pit lane, who has gone on a fresh set of mediums. So that really helps Spin and Win think about a
Yeah.
strategy.
Light core's he's gonna have a ton of pace right here. He's gonna spin and win doesn't counter soon. I think that light core will be able to undercut him, but he's gonna after he pits, he's gonna have pace to go right by him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make up 6 seconds though. That's close between the Red Bull and the Mercedes. TTV Go Boom and a Light Core nearly making contact with each other, but a Light Core will go by with ease. As this is Sector 2 yellow, there is someone spun.
Your HMS fan, I think, went around.
Unfortunate for that. But
Yeah, spin and win pit.
and he is going on the first set of mediums, reacting to that pit strategy from the Mercedes, and he will come out comfortably in the lead, ahead of Garrison. And that will be that with no problem, as Big Jim has moved up to 5th. Freedom is going into the pit lane to change tires, and he has put on the mediums and repaired his front wing. He's still going to come out in about P9, I believe. But a lot of different strategies here. I do believe that Big Jim will pit later in this race for the soft tires to try and go for that fast lap, and maybe even move himself up into P4, because it's, like I said before, considering Small is out of this race as the championship leader, if Big Jim finishes 4th with the fastest lap, he will tie Swan Oscar, and
Oh,
that's Aston Martin spun out again. That's a reset to track. That'll be a penalty again. But at this point, I don't think it'll matter considering how many times, or how many penalties he already has on top of spinning, unfortunately. But the Red Bull is into the pit lane, going on the mediums. So
yeah, this is
now,
really.
it'll be interesting to see how Big Jim reacts to that, as far as that goes. A little bit of a battle here. Oh, Captain Dead is retired from
Oh,
the
that's a
race.
safety car.
That's a safety car. Dead has crashed outside, just past the wall of champions, and that's a safety car. This really helps Big Jim out a lot because he will have the opportunity to pit for soft tires. As let's see, I do believe pretty much everyone will be pitting for soft tires because you'll be going back racing with about 10 laps to go, and Spin and Win heads into the pit lane to change onto, I assume, the soft tires. Same with Garrett, and a light core will stay out. Wow, this will be interesting to see how this plays out, because not only he stays out, but he also has that 3-second penalty that will be added to his time after the end of the race as well. Spin and Win actually pits for a fresh set of mediums. Garrison pits for mediums. Big Jim will probably pit for a new set of mediums. And yes, he will. So, TTV Go Boom will stay out, considering he just pitted.
Yeah, I'm surprised more drivers didn't go into the soft tires. I think if I was in that situation, I would probably
Yeah, because
go
here's
into
the
the
thing, though.
softs.
Like, even though they're used soft tires, oh, someone's on the softs is Logan Aim and the Aston Martin. But yeah, even though they're used softs, it's still from qualifying, so it's only about 4% wear on the tires, which is not bad at all. As Movement and HMS Fan are both on the softs as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they're able to navigate through the traffic here. I can see Logan A maybe getting on the podium as well. He does have penalties, but with the soft tire, he will definitely have probably the best advantage as far as pace goes on those new tires. But a light core does stay out and will lead the field to back to green flag conditions, as we're gonna wait for everyone else to catch back up. The safety car does help one driver specifically, though, and it does help Mike G because he had to serve those that drive-through, I think twice or something, and so that brings him back into contention to get some points. About half the drivers here with penalties, so that's unfortunate for them. But we should be going green in about a lap or two, considering how fast, depending on how fast everyone will catch up to the safety car. But what do you think we'll see in these closing laps?
I think we'll see Spin and Win Maybe Garrison go by the Mercedes of the light core, and I also think that we'll see some wrecks. I think drivers, some of them might be impatient or something. Could be the last safety car restart. I think see some big dive bombs coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can definitely see um, a couple of deep lunges into the corner because we've already seen that already. As we've seen, oh, what's happened here? There's a little bit of a stack up in the hairpin. That was interesting. But safety car should be in the next lap. So it'll be 10 laps to go once we restart this race. This ought to be interesting. Still 12 people running in this race, which is a little bit higher than I thought there would be left at this stage in the race. But Big Jim has a pretty good opportunity to get on the podium here, and if he does, if he finishes third or better, he will take over the championship lead over Small NASCAR in the McLaren.
You got some guys boxing this. We got Mike G and HMS Fan both going on to soft tires. They'll be able to catch back up and use these tires.
Mike G was on hards, so he pitted for softs to get on those first softs, but HMS Fan already pitted for softs, so I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe to serve a penalty. Let's see here. So HMS Fan with 18 seconds penalties, so that really doesn't help his case. Freedom with 12, and everyone else with 3. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So safety car should be in this lap because the Williams and Aston Martins will catch up to the back of the grid here. It'll be green this lap. Yep, safety car is in this lap. We got the message from race control. So light core is going to back up the grid. Maybe not actually. He's sticking pretty close to the safety car. Alright, now he's backing up. So a light core has to time this restart perfect because he does have that 3-second penalty. And you've got, well, really, I mean, everyone in the top 7 on the pretty much same tire as far as tire life and everything. So this will be interesting to see how this plays out.
He's going.
And he has gone. We are back racing. Gets really a pretty good gap on spin and win. Everyone's pretty spaced out, which is a little bit surprising, I'm not going to lie.
I think they were all caught off guard because that start right there was pretty early. I think they were all caught off guard.
Looks like it, and you know, spin and win has closed up to the back of a light core. So we'll watch this for now until this settles. Oh, light core! Will they back out? Light core.
Oh, he goes wide. He gets a penalty.
That's a penalty for spin and win. Both of them with penalties. Garrison is just behind both of them with no penalty at all. This changes everything. Oh, spin and win loses the rear end, but he still saves it. And that Mercedes is pulling it on the straight. He's using the ERS. Now Garrison, all he has to do is not get a penalty because he has the pace to stay with these top 3 drivers. And look behind Big Jim in the Ferrari. He could have a chance at P2 here.
Oh, he makes contact.
Gives him the room. And the Mercedes will go back by. Garrison and TT Vigo Boom are not that far behind. Same with Big Jim and the Ferrari. As spin and win is right on the rear wing of a light core on board with him now. He's still saving the ERS.
Oh, light core with another penalty.
And HMS Fan is out of the race, and there's another safety car.
Wow.
Wow. Okay then. Wow. So Aliko with another penalty. So that's up to 6 seconds of penalties, as drivers are having to slow down because of the safety car queue. But this is interesting. So this really helps everyone on soft tires. But another driver this really helps is Garrison and Big Jim, who have no penalties, and same with
They
Mayhem as
box.
well. And
Any speed. Oh, he did not speed somehow.
a light is in the pit lane to, I assume, pit for soft tires. Same with TTV Go Boom. Lightcore and TTV Go Boom on the soft tires. So that'll bring Mike G up to 6th, Movement up to 7th. So Lightcore is going to have some work here if he wants to get back up there. I'm not sure if that was the smartest thing to do, to be honest, giving up that track
Mm,
position. Because not only you put yourself in the back here, you've also got those 6 seconds of penalties. So it's not. I don't think it's really the smartest move to do, especially with about. I mean, when they go green, it's gonna be about maybe 7 laps to go. So you're really gonna have to push here um, in these closing laps, and so I personally think he should have just stayed out because you'd be ahead of the people with about the same amount of penalties as you. But it'll be interesting to see how this works out. 11 people left in this race. Safety car's not in this lap. It'll be in the next lap most likely. Um, but yeah, the top 5 are all on mediums, and everyone else is on soft tires. So this will be interesting to see how this shakes out here. Garrison and Big Jim and Mayhem are the only ones without penalties. So honestly, I have no idea how they're going to be able to run these last few laps like this because we've seen chaos every restart. As Freedom is in the pit lane to go on the softs, I presume. And
yeah.
yes, he is going on the softs. So now it's just the top 4 on mediums. So that'll be interesting. So now, this is interesting with Garrison, Big Jim, and Mayhem because, not only you don't have any penalties, but you're also behind the driver who's been the fastest person the entire race. So, do you push and try to not get a penalty, or do you try and conserve your pace and, try not to go off track to get a penalty?
He's gotta. It's hard because spinning is so quick that you're not. I don't know if you're gonna be able to maintain the 3 second gap by just coasting and not getting the penalty. I think you're gonna have to take some risks
Safety car
if
is
you
in
want a
this
shot at
lap,
winning.
and let's just see if anyone has any penalties. Garrison has 2 warnings. Um, Big Jin also have 2 warnings as well. Mayhem also only has 1. So that'd be interesting to see if anyone gets a penalty here in these last couple of laps. Is anyone not going just yet? And he's off. Got a really good restart. That's exactly what he needed. He's already up by almost a whole second. As there's a look down the inside from the Mercedes of a light core on those soft tires. Movement around the outside. Oh, Movement's gonna crash with the Red Bull of TTV Go
Oh,
Boom. Both of them have crashed.
and that's another safety car.
That's wow. That's interesting. I'm not sure what exactly happened. I think Movement just got on the power too early, and the Red Bull just had nowhere to go and collided with them. But this really doesn't help Spin a Win at all, considering that um, he has those 3 second penalties. But it'll be most likely um, it'll most likely be a 2 lap shootout by the time we get going again. So this is going to be interesting because Spin-A-Win's going to have to push like qualifying laps if he wants to try and win this race still.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really tough for him to win this, honestly.
He could get a restart like he has before, where he was able to build that 1 second gap. Because before the safety car came out, it was already up to 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, but we assume maybe going this time, maybe next time, so that'll be like probably like 2 or 3 laps remaining, or probably like 3 laps remaining next time we go green. I'm not sure if he can gain 3 seconds in 3 laps. It's gonna be really tough.
Yeah, it'll most likely go in next lap because this is the first lap behind the safety car, and I think as far as the game goes, by rule, the safety car has to complete at least 1 lap with the grid behind it. So most likely going green lap 33. So it'll be most likely 3 laps to go. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The only drivers, not with penalties, um, Garrison, Big Jim, Mayhem, and Ballstick. So this really helps Ballstick out as well, considering he's down in 8th place. So I mean, if he's close enough, Ballstick could end up on the podium as well. So now the question is, considering it's 3 laps to go, Garrison and Big Jim and Mayhem do not have a penalty, but the leader obviously does. But do you race each other for the win if you're under that 3 second, or do you try and maintain that 3 second gap and see how it is in the last lap?
I mean, I think you race each other. Like you're not just trying to sit in line and settle for a spot. I don't think. I think try and clear. Maybe Jim tries to clear. Obviously, Gary and Mayhem are teammates, so I don't think they'd try and battle each other out of a win. But Jim, he could try and go for a pass.
Yeah, definitely could see that as well. But the thing is, you don't want to battle each other too hard to the point where you fall out of that 3 second gap. Unless Spin-A-Win, picks up another time penalty, then, it'll most likely be game over for the Alfa Romeo. But, I mean, even if Spin-A-Win doesn't win this race, he'll still finish pretty high up, considering how many penalties everyone else has. So, safety car will be in this lap, most likely, as the Mercedes goes offline a little bit. I'm not sure what that was about. But, yeah, this ought to be interesting. 3 laps to go. Everyone behind, 5th on back on softs, and only the top 4 on mediums. And should get the race controller message right now. We do. Oh, that's a big checkup. I'm not sure if that was the game or not, but that was close between the Ferrari and the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo, as that was a pretty big stack up between all 3 of them, almost collecting the Ferrari's front wing in the process of that.
Yeah, I don't. A big fluctuation of speed, like slow down, then speed back up to over 100 miles per hour. I don't know if that's the
And
fairest way to
waiting
do a
on
safety
the
car
command from
restart.
the Alfa Romeo to go.
I think he slows down,
And he's gone. The Alfa Romeo is gone once again. Freedom and TTV Go Boom are battling with each other once again. This really oh, what the?
oh, movement and ball stick out of the race.
That's, well, not going to have enough time for a safety car for that one, but
Well, I think we're
not
out
sure
of
what
safety
happened for
cars.
that. But that was a massive collision between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Unfortunate for Ballstick and movement. And TTV Go Boom with another penalty. So now Spin and Win's going to try everything he can do to gain that that 3 second gap. He's already up to 2.2 seconds on the Ferrari of Big Jim, and about 3 seconds on Mayhem. So it's really about, battling first and second right now, and it's already up to a second gap between
Big
the top
oversteer,
two.
though.
The Alfa Romeo has to be perfect here in these last 2 laps, as the AlphaTauri, I think, had a little bit of a rear slide. He's lost a little bit of time there. As Mayhem goes into the podium position ahead of Big Jim. Oh, there's a crash! The Mercedes.
Jim is out of the race. Did you see what happened there?
What the heck was that about? I don't know who it was, but one of the Mercedes just completely clotheslined the Ferrari. What was that about? Oh my goodness.
See a battle for the lead.
What the heck? What? I don't even know what happened. I'm speechless. I've just seen the Mercedes just completely destroy the Ferrari. What in the name? Okay, Jim is not going to like that, because he was in a position to take over the championship lead. But
1 lap to go. 1.8 seconds.
It's the last lap. DRS is enabled, but Garrison, it's a 1.8 gap between the top two. Now 1.9. Now 2.0 seconds maybe. .1, but Jim is not going to be happy with that one bit, and rightfully so. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look back on the stream and look what happened, because I could have sworn I just seen a Mercedes just go straight into the Ferrari. It may have been a light core, because he is dropping down the grid by quite a bit. Gap up to 2.5.
What will he get? 5? He's gonna really. He might have to cut the last corner a little bit and hope he doesn't get a penalty.
Yeah, 2.4. Oh, it's gonna be really close heading into the line. Nah, I don't think it's enough. Garrison's gaining all the time on the straights. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Oh, he goes a little wide, but
2.5. And Garrison will just beat him due to the penalty by 0.4 of a second. TTV go boom. Who is going to get on the podium? It's going to be Mayhem, P3. Logan Aim, P4. A Light Core, P5. TTV go boom, P6. Freedom and P7. And Mike G, I think, jumped Freedom. And yes, Mike G did jump Freedom in P7. Freedom will finish P8. Wow. Alright. Interesting.
I'll add him to the party. Who is it? Garrison, Mayhem, and Spin and Win.
So, let's see here. Yeah, it's Mayhem, Gary, and Spin and Win on the podium. And Spin and Win with the fast lap, the only driver in the 112s. But I'm gonna have to go back on that stream and look at what happened to the Ferrari of Jim, because I need to know what happened. Let's see here. Oh! Wow, okay then. So a light core just completely straight lined Jim. Wow, okay then. I'm not sure what happened with that. Wow, okay then. Yeah, that's not gonna go over well. But Nonetheless, the top three: Garrison, Spinwin, and Mayhem. Just waiting on Mayhem to join the party. He has joined the party. Wow, what a race. What a race. Alright, let's go to this for a second. And now joining us is our third place driver, Mayhem. Tell us about your race and honestly, tell us about your qualifying as well.
Yeah, qualifying was pretty tough. I think I invalidated on like every single lap. At some point, like it was through the first corner of that last chicane, I would just like blow it. So I've never been a good qualifying anyways, so it is what it is, but always knew I had good race pace, and then just try to stay out of the back, especially that's kind of where things get a little dicey. So, we were just kind of chilling in the mid pack for most of it, and then the safety cars just kind of fell our way, and we pulled it off when it mattered.
Yep, definitely. Obviously, congrats on the third place finish. You are driver of the day, and in those last couple of laps, just tell me, what your thoughts were after seeing, the safety car after safety car every time.
It was weird because like every time you get a safety car restart, like there's just a chance that someone's gonna like jack you up from behind or more chance for contact. But I knew that a bunch of people had penalties. I was more excited for the safety car because I knew that Garrison would stay close to Spin, and I knew Spin had 3 seconds. So I was just kind of rooting for him to win, and I was just hoping that I knew guys back in the pack had like 6, 15, 12 seconds. So I just kind of knew like once there were 3 to go, like if I don't make a big mistake, it's going to be a good result. So just try to keep it clean on the track. And I know I got into Jim a little bit. I think we got a little close into that corner, but you kind of got to go for it when it's for a podium.
Yep, definitely. Obviously, this does help you in the constructor standings.
Yeah, it's a new team and much better atmosphere. I think that the results showed that. I mean, just I think just a better team dynamic, better team chemistry, and thanks to Electric for picking me up, and I'm just glad I could deliver for him.
Alright, we are back. My mic has died for a split second, but Jackson, is there anything you want to ask Mayhem? Alright. Let's see here. Well, anyways, moving on to our second place driver, Spenwin in the Alfa Romeo. Tell us about your race and obviously, the penalty that you got late in the race really hurt your chances as well as the safety cars. But just, give us your thoughts on the race.
Um, my honest thoughts are so many damn safety cars. Had like 4, I think I counted 4 safety cars, and then a VSC. So that was that's why I signed up for. So not surprised that all that happened. The 3 second, I was originally gonna try and get that removed. Then I picked up a warning later, so no real point in trying to get that taken care of. So it's frustrating. This is how I've been probably every race. I have speed, obviously, and I just do stupid stuff. From wrecking myself from the lead at Australia to just making mistakes and stuff. It cost me the win here in Canada. So it's whatever though. I'm still gonna take a podium. This is like my second points finish, so I'll gladly take that for how shit my season's been. Excuse my language, but yeah, I'll take it.
Definitely, and obviously, we're just at the halfway point in the season, next week, and so, obviously, you've had to, you've had strong pace, and you have, you can have good finishes. How will this, t be a factor late in the season to where you might be able to, challenge for the title?
Uh, I gotta be consistent. That's my goal right now. If I can keep a consistent pace going from here on out, hopefully I can still be some type of a title contender. Obviously my pace is there in qualifying. I just need it more there for the race on long runs, which I need to work on. But down the road, I got some really good tracks coming up for me. Actually I lied. I really don't even know the schedule. Um, I'm just going to pretend I know the schedule and just say I know all the tracks that are coming up are going to suit me well. So yeah, I'm just going to look forward and just focus on finishing out the season as strong as I can.
Definitely. Obviously, congrats on the P2. A podium finish, regardless, was very well deserved from you. Move and obviously this will boost your confidence as the season goes on. Obviously, congrats. Um, moving on to our winner, Garrison. Um, obviously, tell us your thoughts about the race, and obviously, seeing that penalty from Spin and Win in the Alfa Romeo.
Starting off, first of all, I thought my race was ruined right off the beginning, right out of the beginning. When I got that drive-through penalty, I was like, okay, I'll serve this, see what I can do. I gained a couple spots back. Didn't really get to that point, but I still had that 5-second penalty from doing my drive-through, and I'm like, oh man, this race is going downhill. Thankfully, a couple safety cars helped me get my 5-second penalty away, and I could just focus on driving at that point, hit your marks. When I saw Spin and Win get the 3-second penalty, we were all on like the medium tires, and I'm like, I don't even think I can contend with the Lycor and Spin and Win on the long run. I could maybe hang with them for like 3 to 4 laps. That was maybe about it. And then they just pulled away. But when the last safety car came out, I was sitting in line and I seen it was Spin and Win, 3-second penalty. Don't know how he even got it. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I know my teammate Mayhem was behind me, and Big Jim was sitting there, and I know Big Jim is kind of up there in the points battle, so I'm just thinking, if you don't win the race, just focus on getting the points for the team, get points for yourself, and try to win the championship. But on that last restart, when I got to the line, I was able to hang with Spin and Win, and I was like, hold on, I might have a chance here. Going into the final lap, when it was maybe a 2-second gap going off into one, I was like, yep, he might get me, because I was running out of ERS. I couldn't keep up with him. Thankfully, I had enough ERS to get me through that last bit of the backstretch and kind of keep it within that 2.5 range and take home the win. Personal opinion, it's a lucky win for me. I'll take it. I'm okay with that. Congrats to Mayhem on getting the podium, because I've been racing for the first couple weeks without a teammate. It's nice to have one. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously this boosts you up in the constructors points as well, because I believe you will be either third or second here, depending on the points and maybe penalties based on what has happened to the other drivers. But obviously, good result nonetheless. Congrats on the win, and obviously this is your second win of the season. So I believe you are the first two-time winner of this season. Yes, you are. So. Obviously, it must feel nice being the first two-time winner of the season.
Yeah, it kind of feels good to be two-time. Personally, I didn't have the real pace at Australia. Just tried to really keep it clean and stay on the course. With Canada, I really wasn't that confident about my race today. I knew I had the pace in like qualifying It was just a matter of being consistent and not getting track penalties because I know the track penalties are atrocious at Canada.
Definitely.
But regarding the rest of the schedule, there is a lot of good tracks I have on my radar. I'm not going to say what they are. I'm going to keep them to myself. I don't want my competition getting any ideas. But I like the schedule moving forward. I like my chances. I like our team chances to get the Constructors' Championship now. Long season's still ahead. I'm going to wait and see what happens.
Definitely. Heading into next week is Austria. So how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about scoring a lot of points for the team there?
Austria, I would say, is one of my better tracks. Based on what we ran so far, I would say Austria is one of my best. I don't know about Mayhem. I haven't really raced with him a lot. I haven't seen him race on F1. I hope he has the pace that he did today. Hopefully we can pull out another podium for Alpha. That'd be great. But I think overall my chances at Austria are relatively pretty high. I just gotta keep it clean and consistent.
Of course. And obviously, congrats on the win. Congrats on, the second win of the season. And as far as the broadcast goes, that'll be it for this broadcast. My name is That One Porch Dude. Jackson Altman had to go take care of something, so he is not here to end off the stream with me. But tomorrow will be the Division 1 Canadian GP. So be sure to tune into that, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And my name is That One Porch Dude. We'll see you tomorrow, and have a good one.